What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Gridiron Fantasy. Today I'll be showing you guys how to do your own created teams in Axis Football 2020. The first thing you'll need is not only an image, but you'll need GIMP as well. So you go online, you find you an image. It doesn't have to have a transparent background. If it does, it really doesn't even matter. So you find an image. I went along with the Seattle Dragons, but you find an image, and then you'll open up GIMP. Wait for GIMP to start. And then after GIMP is open, you'll just take your image that you've downloaded and you'll drag it in. I zoom in. Now you want to zoom in as much as possible so you can get the lines just right because you're basically about to freehand draw. But first, you're going to go to Layer, you're going to go to Transparency, and you're going to add an alpha channel. You are then going to use your lasso tool. I am just going to do this right here. You guys want it to be a lot prettier than this, but I'm doing that right there. Then you're going to select, you're going to invert, and then Control X. And now you have your image. So this is your image now, and this image can be used anywhere for anything. But what you will want to do, though, you will want to just change the pixels to match what it had to what it needs to be in Axis Football. So I'll open up one of my team folders. So hold on, let's go to the Crocs, and let's say I want this for my midfield logo. It needs to be 1024 by 1024. So this image here, though, is probably not 1024 by 1024. So I honestly do not know where it is. Hold on while I figure it out. Okay, so I found out where it is. You're going to go into image. You're going to go into not transform, but I just found it. It was in image. Is canvas? Is it canvas size? Yeah. Set image canvas size. So we just saw that it's supposed to be 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels. So I would change this to 1024 by 1024. And then I don't know what happened because it's not pixels. Okay. So for whatever reason, it was on the wrong thing. But you click resize, and that's not 1024 by 1024. So we're gonna go back, scale image 1024 by 1024. Yeah, not entirely sure why it ended up popping up like this. Hold on. Actually, that might be 1024 by 1024. I'm sorry. Let me just double check because I don't want to do anything wrong. I went off of not the end zone. I went off of large logo. I'm sorry. So it is supposed to be that size. Okay. So we'll close this. I'll move this to the middle, but what you guys want is this size. So hold on while I figure out how to size it. Okay, so I don't know how to um, do this in GIMP, quite honestly. Not entirely sure what is going on. So I'm going to show you an alternate way that will just make this process go faster. So what you want to do is you want to overwrite dragons.png. Well, that's what I named mine. So I overwrote dragons.png. And then, so this is the file right here. So what I'll do is there is a site called Canva. Now you can pay for Canva, but you don't have to. What you're going to do is you're going to create a design and go to custom dimensions. You can do this with the free version. In the paid version, if you click on one of their presets first and then try to set custom dimensions, it's going to try and make you pay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add custom dimensions, and then you're just going to do what 1024 by 1024. You're gonna create new design, and then you will upload the image. So now the image is uploaded, and then just scale the image however much the image needs to be scaled. So let me delete this first, actually, and then you should be able to just stretch it until it gets to a bigger size. But what I'm actually going to end up doing is I probably should have made this a little bigger in the first place in the hold on, let me see if I can adjust. No, not crop, cancel. Um okay. So yeah, and this is a fairly good size. If you wanted a different size, you can have it as a different size. I'll keep it like this, and I would just download this. Now you can't use a transparent background in Canva, so unless you pay for it. So I'll actually just download it to show you guys how to you know, re-import it back through GIMP. Now there probably is another way to do it. I just haven't seen I haven't seen anyone do any video on it. And I know people have been asking, so I wanted to give some kind of help there. So downloads, I'll throw that in there. So as you can see, this is obviously bigger than that. Throw this back into GIMP, and we're gonna close this, discard changes, um, and we're gonna, like I said, throw this into GIMP. And then the same thing that we did in the first place. So layer, transparency. So it already has an alpha channel. So if it already has an alpha channel, it may come up transparent um, already. Yeah, so I'm just gonna check and make sure that it does come up transparent. Hold on. Okay, guys, so I'm back. It took me a few minutes to figure it out, but I figured it out. And what you need to do is after you, if you choose to go the Canva option, after you go back into Canva and resize your image, which could be, I understand, a little daunting. And if you do know how to use GIMP and stretch it in GIMP, then great, just do it in GIMP. I don't, so you're just going to you are just going to what's it called to to stretch it out in Canva, bring it back into GIMP, and go through the first steps that I went over with you using the lasso tool. And then once you go through that, you'll do that, and large logo. This is the dragon logo that I cut out. You can see clearly that I cut it. And then you are going to go into Access Football 2020, and your large logo is the team logo that shows up when you're selecting your team. So we'll let Access Football load up. And for whatever reason, it's actually loading pretty slow. It might be because I'm recording, don't entirely know. But Access Football is booting up now, and you guys will see that the images are there. And since they're transparent, you won't get that wonky white background that you guys might be seeing while trying to edit. I understand that if you find a transparent image, that it looks like it'll work, but for whatever reason they don't. So large. So now we'll be able to see that the image works, and you see the Baton Rouge Crocs, and this is their image right here. So guys, that is how you create a team from a standpoint of just changing the logos. If you would like to change the roster, you'll go into roster in the Excel roster file, not the CSV, but this file right here. You open it up, and let's say I don't want my quarterback's last name to be Falco, because if you try and change this in the game, it won't work. So let's say I don't want it to be Falco. Let's say I want his name to be, oh no, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? And, all right. And then make sure you save it. So his name is Gridiron Fantasy now. And we're going to open up Access Football again, just so you guys can see that, you know, this works. So we're going to open up Gridiron Fantasy again. Gridiron Fantasy Access Football, and you'll see that you can do that. So any Excel files you'll be able to change. There are also some text files set up for uniforms. If you ever want a new uniform, just duplicate a text file, rename it, and just change whatever in there, and you guys will get the hang of it when you see it. So now when I go into create and I go into the player editor and I look for Baton Rouge, his name is now Gridiron Fantasy. So guys, that is how you create a team, create rosters, edit the rosters, all of that fun stuff. And the process that I use um, for just one logo is the same for all the logos. And the uniforms, you'll get the hang of them. Simple as going into the helmet. And you can see right here, I edited it. So if you want to know where certain things are, look at one of the other helmets in the game. So what I did, I looked at this helmet, and I saw what was placed there, and that helped me figure out how to place my own things for my own helmet. Now, it is it is going to be a little more challenging because, especially for the helmets, all this stuff doesn't line up exactly. So you might actually spend an hour or so doing your team, but once you do it, you'll be happy. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please let me know if it was easy to follow along. If it was not, let me know if I need to re-upload and be a little more clear. And thank you guys for watching.